Hello from my beautiful backyard on the hottest day in record in Portland, Oregon. My name is Kate Mura, and I am so excited to have received this package from The Edge, where inside there are some very exciting tarot cards that I have never seen to try out and review for all of you. Many of you are new to me, and I am new to y'all in the Edge community. I have been a witch and a tarot reader for, I've been reading the cards since, I've been studying the cards since 1996, 97. And so here we are. A lovely little note from Kelly. Thank you. And we have the Journey to Enlightenment Tarot, a new tarot for Alchemical Transformation. The title of that excites me because one of my first girlfriends, she got her PhD actually in alchemy, and I'm quite excited to be able to share this with her at some point. I'm a little sad that it comes in some additional plastic packaging, but the box is very nice. Ooh, and there is no plastic inside. That is always a beautiful, beautiful thing. Ooh. Selena Joy Lovett is the creator of this one, illustrated by Daniela Manutius-Forster. I do hope I am saying your name correctly, and if I am not, please correct me in the comments below. I always want to say people's names properly. It's just a little bit of paper that is on top of this. Ooh. So some of the first things that I am struck by are all of the different colors and the pointillism ideas in this deck. There's almost a Syrah feeling to it. Although I say that, and then the next card of the Magician feels a bit more like Chagall to me. Well, from a first glance, I can definitely say that I feel like these cards are absolutely beautifully illustrated. A lot of readers don't do the waterfall shuffle anymore, but these cards do it quite beautifully. I love that. Let's see what they have to say for us. And at least for me, one of my first intentional card pick for the Edge community. And depending on when you are tuning into this video, maybe it is your first, maybe you are returning. Ooh, the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is a cup. I'm going to take that as a reminder to drink some water. And certainly on this very hot day, that is always a good idea. But the Five of Cups is a card about loss, about grief, about remembering those who have passed on. And interestingly, right before I set all of this up to talk with you for my first time, I can't recall if it was the anniversary of his birth or the anniversary of his death, of Scott Cunningham. And Wicca for the Solitary Practitioner was the second book on the craft that I ever read. And I did not even realize that this person who I know through tarot circles is his sister until reading her post in a just beautiful, beautiful tribute to Scott. And so with that in mind, and seeing the colors that are flying up for those of you who are just listening, this card has 5 golden chalices that are actually up in the air and sort of splayed out on opposite sides, each one of them seeming empty, although only one of the 5 chalices we can actually see inside of, to see that if it is not empty, it has very little liquid in it. The main background of this card is a deep fire engine, red with orange, and there is a circle in the center with all different shades of blues and other line art and sketches throughout. One both looks like heart and lungs in an abstract fashion. I'm not sure how well those of you who are seeing this card can make it out in the camera, but there is a feeling of disjointedness, and there's a reminder of how fickle grief is. And traditionally, in Pamela Coleman Smith's traditional iconography, as opposed to Marseille Pip's, there are 3 cups that have fallen and are spilling out everywhere, and 2 cups behind, standing up behind the central person. And there is a reminder that even when we are grieving, there are allies around us, supporting us, nurturing us, sympathizing with us, empathizing with us, whether that are people or land or animals or beautiful trees or the winds or stones that you're wearing. And interestingly, in this, we have a central figure with their back to us, and the tension in their arm, they're obviously holding or carrying something, and the shape of what they are carrying is very nebulous. It has feelings of water and blue, it has feelings of people, it has, and the Christian adage of the footprints in the sand, that there were 2 sets and then there was only 1 set, and it's because Jesus was carrying the other person in crisis and in pain, is coming up. So in many ways, this card is feeling a reminder that, yeah, you might feel disjointed right now and sad, uncertain, bombastic in some ways, scattered, emotional, surprised by your emotions, and that's okay, because this too shall pass. And one thing to do is drink water, and when we drink, to give gratitude Gratitude for the water, gratitude for being able to feel the feelings that we have. The Four of Cups was the next one. I love the orange and the yellows. So many different shades of ochre and blue, and a dove flying up there. It's interesting to also like look at the card just from the camera view and see how different it is to, in this trajectory, I'm seeing almost an elephant face there with the yellows and the ochres, where when I'm looking at it close, it looks like the insides of lungs with green for the airwaves, which is interesting in and of itself, because this is the Four of Cups and water, and the reminder of the green earth within our bodies here with the lungs is kind of delightful. And again, seeing an angel in the outlines and a saint in the outlines. And the Four of Cups so often is about being fixated on the things that you have, the things that we have lost. And at the filming of this video, we are just coming out of the pandemic in the United States, and society as a collective has experienced a huge amount of loss. And so it really feels like this card is inviting us to find solace in the spirit, the angels, our personal religious and spiritual practices, to remember to take a breath, even when it is hot and hard to breathe. Well, I very much look forward to exploring this deck even more through the Edge, through Card of the Week for Group Tarot's mailing list. And thank you so much for listening and subscribing, and more soon, friends.